Hey Luma, this is the flag stitch on a large gauge loom. It is super cool. I really like it. It doesn't curl and it flexes really good. And if you look at the reverse side, even though it's not 100% reversible, you have to admit it looks pretty good. Hey, it's Denise from LoomaHat.com, and for more information and a list of supplies, be sure to visit the website. And keep in mind that this is a stitch pattern only, so there are no cast on or cast off. All right, let's begin. For row 1, you're going to do a purl 1, knit 5, and for the knit, you can use a flat or U-wrap version of the knit stitch. This stitch pattern is made up of a multiple of 6 plus your edge, which doesn't count as part of the pattern. And personally, I repeated those 6 stitches 3 more times in order to get the width that I wanted for my project, and I ended with 3 stitches at the end, which again are not part of the pattern. Those were my personal edge. So let's begin, and I'm going to show you that I'm doing that edge, which again does not count, and I'm going to do these 2 stitches as my edge, and they're 2 knit stitches. To be exact, they're 2 flat stitches. Now I'm going to start the actual pattern that starts with a purl. So we take the working yarn, put it under the existing loop, create a new loop right here. That's your new loop. You're going to take the old loop off and put the new loop on and pull, and that's your purl 1. And that's going to be followed by 5 knit stitches, which again, I am using the flat version of the knit stitch when I'm going in this direction, and that is a trick that I'm going to show you, because when I'm coming back in the opposite direction, I'm going to use a U-wrap. All right, like I said, I did that edge, then the 6 stitch pattern, which I'm going to repeat. You don't have to if you're making a very narrow item, but in my case, I repeated it 3 times. So I did my purl. Now I'm doing my 5 knit stitches, and then I'm going to keep repeating that 6 stitch pattern, which is a purl 1, knit 5, until I get to my edge, which again is my personal 3 stitch edge. You have to choose what works best for you. Now you're ready for row 2, and row 2 is an even number. I want you to keep in mind that always on even number rows, you're just going to knit the row, so you knit 6. So I'm starting with my edge, which doesn't count, and then doing the pattern, right? So in my case, I am doing 3 stitches on my left, and then I'm going to do just knit stitches. And remember, all even number rows, which in this case, as a cheat sheet, you're going from left to right, you're going to knit. Now I'm doing the U-wrap version, so I'm going to half wrap my peg and knit off. That is a U-wrap version of the knit stitch. You can use the flat if that's easier for you, just don't do E-wraps. All right, so it's real easy when you're going from left to right, which are even number rows. You just have to remember to knit all of your stitches, however many there are. Now for row 3, you're going to purl 2 and knit 4. See, your purls are increasing, your knits are decreasing. I did my edges, so now I'm going to do 2 purls and 4 knit stitches. So for the purl, scoop up and create a new loop. Take the old loop off, put the new one on and pull. Next, scoop up, create a new loop. Take the old one off, put the new one on, pull. Those are your 2 purl stitches. And now for the 4 knit stitches, which I'm doing flat stitches, and then just repeat those as many times as necessary for the width of your project, and then you're ready for row 4, which is an even number row, and you know you're just going to knit that row, right? So you're ready for row 5, which will now be 3 purls and 3 knit stitches, because you're increasing the number of purls and decreasing the number of knit stitches. So let's do those 3 purls and 3 knit stitches, and you guys are already experts. Then you're ready for row 6, which is an even numbered row, so you're just gonna knit the row. Now for row 7, you're going to purl 4 and knit 2 stitches. And you see the pattern, right? Of when you're on your odd rows, again, your purls are increasing and your knit stitches are decreasing when you're going from right to left. And then when you change and go from left to right, where you're doing even, you're just going to knit the row, and that's row 8. Row 9 now, you're going to purl 5 and knit only 1 stitch. Then just repeat it as many times as necessary for the width of your project, and you're ready for row 10, which is an even number and your last row. And all you're going to do is knit the row.